Well, I don't know that you can get someone else into recovery. I don't know that anyone can really do that because the motivation for recovery has to come from within. I think you can decide what are you willing to live with and not live with. You can begin to get support for yourself and talk about the problem and believe. And let me say this to you ladies who maybe have a more abusive man around, if he's cheating, who says, I don't want you telling anybody about this. Forget it. You can tell anyone you want. I mean, if you have been victimized by this. You didn't expect this man to cheat on you or this woman to cheat on you. And if you need help or support from someone, go find that help and support and don't protect him or her from the consequences. I will say, however, and I think this is important, think carefully when you do reach out to people because, you're in a lot of pain, you're confused, you want support, completely understand that. I hope that as we go along, this will be a place where you can find that maybe with other spouses as we meet in some groups and you get to know each other. But do think about that desire when you want to go tell your kids what their dad did, or you want to go tell your sister what your husband did or your wife did, because once somebody knows this, they don't forget it. And you don't want to tell your children something in anger and have them never look at their mother or father in the same way. You may not want to tell your mother something or your father something, and then when Thanksgiving comes, they're looking at him or her like, oh yeah, you did that to my kid. So I absolutely believe that you need support. I just think it's very important to make sure that the support you're getting is not coming out of your anger, like screw her, I'm going to tell everybody their life and really, but more out of who will be there for me, who can understand and love me. And let me say something about that too. I've heard a lot of partners who've been cheated on who get this message. I don't understand how you can stay with him. Why don't you get out of there? Why are you in that relationship? How could you let someone do that to you? And all of that crap. And, I say it's crap because, your next door neighbor, your friend, your sister, whoever is saying those things to you, they're not having to look up giving up their home, their life, their partner. It's very easy to sit back and say to you, oh, well, you shouldn't, stay with that, or you shouldn't put up with that. I don't think that that's as easy in practice to live if you are the person it's happening to. Most partners I've worked with, in the beginning especially, they're more thinking like, what was the license plate on that truck that just hit me? They're in a crisis. You're in a crisis. You're not really, usually, in my experience, ready to decide whether I want to be with this person or not, or should I move, or you're just trying to figure out what's happening to my family and what's true and what isn't true, and how do I find the foundation of what we have or had so that I can figure out if this is buildable or not. And that's really the goal for us with you, is to help you figure out, really what's happened, where you stand, where this other person stands, and how you can responsibly go forward for your own healing, for the healing of your family, and for those you love.